What's up? What's up? Alright, I wasn't really planning on doing a video until after our next preseason game, but I mean, Man United dropped a bomb this morning, or Fabrizio did at least. Sesko is a Man United player. Okay, I mean, that was way faster than I thought it was gonna be. I thought we were gonna be. I thought it was gonna at least be another week, which would have sucked, right? Because we're almost at the beginning of the season, so you want players to be in as quick as possible. Now, it's gonna suck because we're probably not gonna see him for a while. I don't think he starts against Arsenal, let's say. Right? I mean, think about it. If he comes in tomorrow, I mean, hopefully he comes in today, right? And he does his medical and stuff today, then maybe he can start practice tomorrow. I mean, the, if he practices tomorrow only though, one practice and then play with the team, I doubt it. So I don't think he plays. I don't think he plays on Saturday, right? So then now, now is his first game with the team and stuff gonna be Arsenal? I doubt it. So I think Hoyland might start the first couple of games while Sesko gets in the flow, practice with the team, all that stuff. So we're not gonna see him, I don't think, for a couple of weeks. But my God, am I happy that we got this done and that it was done quick. Now let's talk about Sesko. I mean, I'm excited from what I've seen. It he gives. It looks like he gives us more in the way of like being able to take players on and dribbling, and that than what Hoyland does at the moment, right? I don't mind Hoyland. I really don't. I think what Amarim really loves about players is the 1v1, right? I think everybody's pretty clear on that. Is that he likes people who could win his 1v1 their 1v1s. And while Hoyland can win 1v1s, like we saw it in the first minute of the Bournemouth game, right? Where he just was it Bournemouth? Where he took the ball and just outpaced the center back, hits it against the post. He can do something like that. But when it comes to, let's say, like dribbling, his dribbling skills are not very good, right? He's more of your traditional old school number nine. Could hold up play a little bit, can link it, which is what we've seen so far, like this preseason, and then get in the box and make the runs in the box. Both fantastic things. Things that I believe make a really good or a good number nine to really good, right? I think his potential could be pretty good, honestly. I think Hoyland, if we didn't buy a center forward this season, I think he probably would have scored anywhere between 10 to 15 goals in the Prem. I think he would have improved that much more because of Cunha and Buomo. But this guy brings a little bit more in the sense of being able to take people on. He just has a little bit more, and they're the same age, right? So, at the same age with somebody who has more, it it just gives you that. All right, let's give him the keys pretty much. I think Sesko's gonna be our guy, but I don't think Hoyland was really gonna be that bad for us. I just think he I think Amarim really wanted a striker that could dribble, but like dribble more. I don't think his style of play is necessarily all about like crossing the ball and stuff. I think his style of play is more about finding like good positions in the field for 1v1 play. And that's why he has players that are really good at 1v1, right? Cunha is going to cook people 1v1 most of the time. And Buomo is going to cook people. Ahmad is going to cook people. Dorgu, as you've already seen, can just run down that side and just outpace people and just cook people. All of the signings that he's shown have been people that can beat you 1v1, right? And just cook you. Like dribble, be able to outpace you, all of that stuff. So I feel for Hoyland because I don't think he's as bad as what last season was and what people like claim he is. I don't think that. I just don't think his level of dribbling is at the level that Amarim wants his from his striker. Can Hoyland get there? Maybe after like a season or two, right? Of like really doing that. But the thing is, if you haven't been doing it, you're the whole time as a pro. learning how to do it while you're a pro will be a little bit more difficult because now you're doing things that you've never done compared to being able to improve things you're already doing, right? Like, so if you're already taking players on, if you're already doing stuff, it's a little bit easier to train on how to be better at that than to just completely learn a new thing. So I'm not saying that Hoyland has never taken players on, but I'm just saying that he doesn't do it that often. And I've seen from the highlights I've seen of Sesko, his dribbling is better than what you get from Hoyland. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about the fact that none of these players can sit there now and just like be like, yeah, I'm a starter. Like you have to fight for your position. You have to fight to play every single game, right? If you don't, all right, let's say Cunha is training like crap. He's gonna start Mason Mount because Mason Mount is not that bad. Like Mason Mount is a solid option to have. Same thing with Sesko. If Hoyland stays, for example, all right, you can play him and Buomo. You got Xerxes and Ahmad. So there's a lot of competition. A lot of I want to keep my place in the starting 11. I want to start this week. So as long as you've already seen that he's built the camaraderie, the things like the club feel, the team feel of it being a family and stuff, so that when something like this happens, it's like, all right, you're adding another good player. Let's all fight for the 11 spots and let's just play. And that's really what he's trying to get to is we all have to fight for the to start. And he has competition now at every single level, like except maybe Onana, right? Because I don't think any of our backups are as good as Onana, which is saying something, right? Because I don't think Onana's that good. That would be the last piece. Like if we could get that young goalkeeper from I forget where it is, but if we can get him, I think at least the competition will be there because from what I saw in of the highlights of that keeper, there were things that he does that our keepers don't do that piss me off, right? Like the the when they make a save to the side and they like palm it back towards the field instead of to the side of the like into to the end line or something, that kills me, right? Like Bandier or whatever did it against Everton, right? That kid should have scored. That hit the post. He just pushed it right back into the field of play. It's like, bro, you're supposed to hit it towards the sideline where hopefully there's nobody there. It could go out for a corner, whatever. But you don't push it right back into the middle of the 18. Ridiculous things like that. And that 22-year-old kid was already doing it in the stuff that I was watching. So yeah, I would want somebody like that because he's already doing things that none of our keepers do. Onana does the same thing. He palms it right back into the 18. Like, bro, that's where the players are. If you just palm it right there, they're gonna score. What is so hard about that? I don't understand. De Gea was amazing at it. He made sure that it went to the side. Like all of the good keepers do it. So the fact that Onana can't even fathom it is just annoying. So, but at least there would be some competition, and Onana would be scared of losing his job. Those are the things. Is like nobody's afraid to lose their position. Nobody's afraid to lose their job. That's not good, right? If you're not afraid to lose your job, then you're just gonna get complacent, and that's what happens, right? So you have to have healthy competition in the squad, and this creates more of that. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. I'm just, what are we doing? Like, we're actually going after our number one targets. We're backing our manager. Now we're linked to Baleba and asking his camp. I mean, let's be honest, bro. We probably won't be able to get him unless we sell some players, which now Hoyland might want to leave. We don't know. And then we still have to get rid of a couple players. But if we get rid of, like, let's say Garnacho, Anthony, and Sancho in the next week or two, that should get us about 80 to 100 mil. That's your bid for Baleba. Like, you just bid it. I don't even care if it's 100. The kid's 21. He's strong. He's big. He's everything you're looking for, and it would just be the last piece of the puzzle, except for a goalkeeper, let's say, of the team that you want, right? Because let's be honest, at that point, we're not very far away from. If we get Baleba, we're not very far away from the team that a team that Amarin can cook with, bro. I mean, we're already not that far away, even though that midfield is gonna be troubling. If you know, it's hard to pick who you're gonna start with, right? Because if you need somebody who's gonna win the ball, because it's most likely gonna be Bruno in the midfield, right? You need somebody who's extremely athletic who can win the ball back. That's why we're going after Baleba, because the kid is a big, strong kid, fast, and can win the ball back. That's not something we have at the moment. I mean, Cole. I mean, like I think Amarin wanted Toby Collier to be that guy, but I don't think he's a defensive enough minded player. I think he's more of a like ball like on the ball player, like a Michael Carrick, right? I think that's kind of the player that he reminds me most of, is like a calm player on the ball who can spread it and can get forward a little bit and can win the ball by getting in right positions, but he's not like a ball winner, like a tackler. You know what I mean? Like Casemiro was in his prime, obviously. That's the kind of guy that we desperately need at the moment. So yeah, if we can sell some players, I wouldn't be surprised if we spend that kind of money on Baleba, because to me, he'd be worth it at that point. Because it's it. That's it. That's your final piece, except for goalkeeper, and then you're happy. At that point, you're happy. You got Dorgu. Ahmad will play right wing back. Your center back, like your three in the back center backs, have depth and they're pretty good. Forwards, you got plenty of people to choose from, and proven players. Yeah, at that point, you have nothing as a manager to be complaining about. You have a squad that could win a lot of games and that should be challenging for the Prem. And that's what we would want to see, and I think that's what we would see. But that's only if we get Baleba. The Sesko purchase, now we're top four, in my opinion. Now we're fighting for top four easy, like 100%. This definitely puts us as fighting for top four. But fighting for the Prem, we would need to sign Baleba. Like to really fight for the Prem, to have a midfield strong enough to win the Prem. I think we have to sign Baleba. The only thing that might make it might make it relatively like realistic is that we're not playing Champions League. So now we just focus everything on the Premier League. So that's completely different than Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, right? Those guys are gonna have to, go through some games where they might not be able to play their starting 11 because they have a tough Champions League game. So it's that kind of that playing in the Champions League makes certain games in the Prem a lot more difficult to start your full 11. And there's not many games in the Prem where you can start you don't start your like starting 11 and have a really good chance of winning. Let's say there'll be probably 6 teams in the whole league where you're like, yeah, I could start, half of my bench and some of my starters, and I have a really good chance of winning this game. No, I mean, yeah, it's too many teams that can beat your starting 11. There's 12 teams in the league that can beat any team in the league, and then yeah, so it's a tough league. It's so tough. It's unreal. So that Champions League makes it difficult. Makes a difference. So that's the only thing that would give us a chance to win the Prem if we don't sign a guy like Baleba. Because if we sign Baleba, then we our starting 11 is one of the best in the world, like easily. And I don't think Amarim's management or style or anything like that is anywhere near like not good enough, or you know what I mean. Like it's it's been good enough to win at other places. So if he gets the players, and yeah, I mean that team would look ridiculous on paper. Honestly, if we get Baleba, that team looks ridiculous on paper, and we're fighting for the prime if we get him. So I would, if we can sell our players, I would buy him. I would spend the money. I don't care. I don't care if Brian's overcharging, whatever. I would spend it just because at that point we're good. You got one more piece, and that's goalkeeper, but you're there. You're just right there. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's gonna be an interesting couple of weeks or month, right? Or 3 weeks before the transfer window closes. When does summer transfer close? Is it the 1st of September or something? Let's take a look really quick. Summer transfer 2025 from June 16th to September 1st. Yeah. Okay. So till September 1st. So you got till September 1st in the prem to like to do it. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting couple of weeks, few weeks here, before before that closes to see what ends up happening. But with the club, with the team that we have right now, we should be in top four for sure. Like we should be top four this season, just based off the fact we don't play Champions League and that the only things that we would miss really are goalkeeper, center midfielder. That's it really. I can't point at any other spot in the squad where I'm like we're missing. So yeah, top four. I don't care about the other teams because they have Champions League. They'll have more games. They'll have traveling. They'll have things that they have to do that we don't have to do. That we don't have excuses. I think this squad right now is good enough to now fight for top four. I mean that depends on if there's any outgoings and stuff. That's what I'm saying 2 weeks, but let's see what happens. But man, if we get Baleba, I'm not missing one Manchester United game this year. Not one. I'm watching every single second of. I mean, I'm still doing that, but yeah, it would be crazy. So let's get it. Let's get excited. Oh God, please don't let us get Balboa, because then I'll start saying some crazy things. But please let us get it. All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Let's go, glory, glory, baby.